Hello guys and gals, John There's a Scout here, and welcome to a new Let's Play series. The game I'm playing is this, 2064, Read-Only Memories, or ROM. Let's go for a new game. Yes. Right, let's get into it. Midboss presents.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further.
Sounds scary.
And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Okay, that's scary. '64, Read-Only Memories, a new cyberpunk adventure. Let's get right into it. Okay. Now I've only unplayed this game. I've only played this game for like 5 minutes or so. And I've only gone past the prologue. Home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so late. Okay, let's have a look around. Bed. Okay. You can talk to stuff? Sure, I'll talk to this stack of papers. Okay. Let's have a look here. That's nice. I can take the milk. I'm gonna take the milk. 10-day-old milk in my my backpack. That's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, let's have a look. Coffee. Spoiled milk and stale coffee. Yum. Don't mind me. I'm just exploring. If no one gets that reference, I'm ashamed of you. FK in the coffee. Go down in the comments below if you get that reference. Anyway, I guess this is my objective? Okay. Like, this? Talk? Okay, nice. I'm gonna listen to this. Okay, that should be enough testing for the headphones. Okay. Headphones. Ah, I need some of those. I need that type of headphone. Anyway. Look at Lappy. At least that's a positive. Yeah, let's do it, Floppy. sounds illegal. Right. I don't know why, but that makes me so happy that they included Vegemite. And in case you didn't know, that Vegemite is a very, very Australian thing that I have. That I like. Where's this email? Bill. Rent mail. Pasties. Is there a lot of skinny people in this universe that need to be fattened up, or is this like Monsters Inc? In case you didn't know, I'm talking about those like instead of deodorants, they have odorants in the Monster universe, and you know, Pixar and such. Yeah. Invitation. Oh well. Let's have a look. Oh look, YouTube. Anyway, I got like anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep. Go to sleep.
you're finally awake.
Now that's just creepy. As soon as you meet like a robot, well, in this case a ROM, and then that a ROM that's cute and just says, "Ah, good, you're finally awake." You know something's up.
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
That's how like I'm not sure how I'd react in this situation. What the heck?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro-actuators, so I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag. I came in through the door, of course. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M/14723-B. Don't feel too bad. Cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken and that you left it open.
What to choose.
I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
Congo? I'm curious on what that actually is. Is that like Amazon or?
Yes, I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I am not equipped to remove. I took the liberty of filing a maintenance request with your building superintendent. Considering the speed at which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him 16 working days to complete the repair. Not quite to my standards. Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware.
Malware?
An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
I feel like I should be very, very offended by this robot.
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Hayden? Anyway, this robot is very, very similar to me when I'm nervous, and like just in general I am. So yeah.
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes. I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
What makes you believe that?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so. The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
We'll see about that.
Don't worry. If Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left. I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him. He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me. Excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing.
Turing?
I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments.
Depends on what you call experiments, because based on what Turing looks like that. I'm trying to decide what gender Turing is. Put in your comments down below. Put your thoughts down in the comments below. What you think Turing is, like, on what they want to be. Like, blue indicates being a male, but they have I don't know, like they seem like to have.
He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him.
Okay.
Either to stop his research, or to take it and use it for themselves. A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me.
So like a real child. So Turing is based on his ad. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that Turing is a he. Because one, he has blue. His face is blue, which indicates males, because you know, like the stereotype of blue is boys and pink is girls. But then again, he does have some very, very kawaii cheeks. So my guess is that Turing is in his tweens?
But despite my ability to self-modify my code,
who's very, very smart. It's just like a nerd who always goes to the library to study. I'm sorry if I don't mean to offend anyone who actually does this. But his naivety somewhat reminds me of myself when I was younger. Well, actually, a few years ago. Because you see, I was you know, this is a story for another time.
I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance.
Let's just worry on the let's play here, okay?
Did he only program me with the illusion of free will? How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will? You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Yeah, let's get started. And so we can end this video.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
Not that I don't want to stop making content, like... It's just that I am running out of space and I need to make more videos. And plus I think on this video, plus I think this episode is already like 20 minutes long. That's a long time for a let's play. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not taunt him. Luckily, he can't detect sarcasm. Okay.
That's strange. Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock. It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
Well, that's just insulting. The birthday of my first dog is quite secure. Depending on how many dogs I used to have, if I have one at all, now, that is.
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. I should have stayed and tried to protect him. Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
I love how Turing is very, very creepy. Like, he can be very, very creepy sometimes. Like, when we first met him, and that sentence. Like, just look at that smug little face he set while he says it. I'm gonna be sarcastic and say that.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage. Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come, but
What is done is done.
Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues.
Let us. Broken tech. Memory card. Hold up, okay.
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from. It is a considerable distance. Critical system damage would be unlikely, but I would certainly have damaged my legs beyond repair, so... I took the fire escape.
I already love Turing. Of how his sarcasticness and his goofiness around life. Do you? Game consoles. A Mega 16. A Dural. And a Family Link. I'm gonna take this.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
Ooh, getting a little bit jealous here. As seen by that face.
Oh, I think I see... that device.
That device.
I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule. It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. The memory card slot is empty. It seems to be a match for the memory card you discovered. Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
Tomcat.
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district.
I think that is going to be for next episode or
I'll mark it on your city map.
something. Okay?
We can head over there and ask around about... Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snapped.
My city map?
Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you.
Okay.
For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing, I promise. This is just how things are done. I'm certain I could spend a few quadrillion clock cycles to bypass that part of my operating system, but that seems less efficient than just running the setup program. So, here we go! Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's Live Intelligence Processing System.
Lips. For some reason, I'm even more creeped out by Turing's face right now.
a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational...
I'm not gonna be a jerk, and I'm just gonna go. Shout. Done. Yes.
Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech? Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Telework. I definitely gonna choose that.
Diet set as Goddammit Turing. Are you sure?
That's correct.
Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to... Does that sound right?
Okay, yeah, name is Shouts. He's Hashim. My diet? God damn it, Turing! Imagine if Turing actually did that in a restaurant. Where he was just like, excuse me, sir, what can I get you? And Turing is like, yes, can I get a... Do you have anything called Goddammit Turing? Do you have anything Goddammit Turing? And the waiter's just like, Goddammit Turing? And then Turing's just like, what I do? And who are you? And then just like have a huge conversation about my diet of Goddammit Turing. Anyway, let's continue. Correct.
Thank you. See, that was relatively painless. You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF.
Okay.
The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this... Perhaps we should head back to your apartment. I'm sure we can find some common ground while getting... It will be an efficient use of our time to... Thank you for escorting me here. Let's head back to your home.
Oh, damn it! This game does not autosave. So please be sure to save frequency. I can't speak English. English is hard. Okay, chapter 1. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of 2064. Hey.
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
I'm just gonna save after this conversation.
Have you been overwatering it? Deride me if you want, but I'm merely attempting to care for this living being you've been so callous.
Oh, I did not know that. You can just, save like that. Okay, save. Save. Yes. Save as Let's Play. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a. Wow, my God! I've played this game for 40. Okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like in the comments, and if you want to keep being updated about this series, please subscribe. Yeah. I'm Justin the Scout, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.